Oh, now you come in here. You just needed me to sit down with you, huh? Huh? Stinky? Stinky? Love you. Good morning, you guys. It is now day 2 of Fat Boy 90, and today's probably going to be a shorter vlog because I'm actually not training today. My split is Sunday legs, Monday chest, Tuesday's back, which was yesterday, Wednesday rest, and then this guy interrupted my vlog. Where was I? And then Thursday is legs again, Friday is shoulders and arms, Saturday is rest, and then Sunday we do it all over again. So today's Wednesday, it's going to be my rest day, so I think I'm going to show you guys what I do around the kitchen and then probably update you on what my weight is looking like today. Okay, I'm into that. Where? Damn thing can't focus. So you guys probably couldn't see that, but I think that said 258.4 pounds, which means I lost 0.8 pounds since yesterday. And most of that is probably water weight, but you know, that's still pretty good. I expect to lose weight pretty quickly in the beginning here. If you've ever tried to lose weight, you know that that's typically what happens. Typically, when you really shock your body and do something drastically different, it'll usually respond pretty drastically and you will lose a ton of weight. But then eventually your body starts to level off. And once that happens, in the event that it does, I'll show you guys what I do to mix it up. But for the time being, we're doing okay. What's going on, guys? We're back in the kitchen and I'm gonna show you one of my favorite things to cook in general when I'm losing weight loss. It's just really easy to cook in bulk and it's easy to store in the fridge, and then you just throw it into your Tupperware when you're trying to add a few extra carbs. And that would be the superfood sweet potatoes. I'm gonna be showing you how I like to make sweet potato fries, and I'll put somewhere on the screen what the end product is supposed to look like. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Hey guys, so these are all of the ingredients that we're going to be needing for our sweet potato fries. Obviously, first off, you want to start with some nice sweet potatoes. I got these at Costco. I think they were the organic sweet potatoes that they had. That was pretty much the only one they had. There's no reason for me to get organic. Next on our list is our cornstarch. Now this is something that we're going to be adding to the sweet potatoes because we want to emulate that kind of fried feel. And what the cornstarch does is actually it creates a little bit of a crust around the sweet potato fries, so it's really tasty and it adds to the texture a lot. And up next we have all of our spices. Now obviously this one's up to personal preference, but I chose to do parsley leaves, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. And lastly we have our salt here, and you know, you just want to use it in moderation just because you don't want to be holding too much water during the day. You also want some kind of container to hold your fries in because we're actually going to let these potatoes soak for about 10 to 15 minutes because you want to pull out all the extra starches. This also allows for the fries to become extra crispy once they're done. And now we're ready to roll. Oh, damn, one of them was trying to get away. Now, I didn't show it on film, but I actually washed the potatoes before I brought them over here. I didn't peel them. You can peel them if you like, but I like the texture that they give. I always like a little bit more bite to my food, but now it's time to start actually going ahead and cutting these potatoes into their actual fry shape, which is going to take a little bit of time, so we're going to go ahead and speed through that process. By this point in the video, I've realized that I've cut way too many sweet potatoes. You'll have to forgive me, I'm used to my fat boy portion, so I'm just going to take as much as I can fit in this pan, and then the rest of them, I'm just going to bag them up, keep them in the fridge. I'll certainly use them on a later day. So fast forward, now I've gone ahead and filled up this pan with some water. I'm going to go ahead and let these sweet potatoes soak for about 10 to 15 minutes, and that's going to allow the potatoes to kind of release some of the extra starches that are in there into the water, and then we're going to pour that off and dry them off, and it's going to help our fries be extra crispy later on. Alrighty, so it's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pour the water off of these bad boys, and then we'll go ahead and get to drying. And we're just going to be using some paper towels here. Nothing too fancy, just keep it simple. I actually forgot to mention that you're going to need some gallon bags for this whole process, but now that all the fries are nice and dry, we're going to take all the fries and throw them into this bag, and this is what we're going to use as our mixing container for all of the cornstarch, the oil, and the spices. And now it's time for us to throw in our cornstarch. And I would probably say that less is more here. You definitely don't want to do too much just because I did that once thinking that I was going to get an extra crispy, healthy sweet potato fry. And as it turns out, the cornstarch does not taste all that good. So just get enough so that you can coat every single fry with a light layer of cornstarch. And then shake it up. And I am the worst person to follow ever because I actually forgot the oil part. And as you can see, I'm showing you that it's corn oil there because I actually read that olive oil is not really that great for the temperatures that we're going to be setting our fries to, which is 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So in this case, I'm going to be using corn oil. And once again, it is time to shake these bad boys up. And now I feel like we're on to the best part, which is, besides eating it, you know, throwing in the flavors that you're gonna actually be tasting. So I love cayenne pepper, and I especially love it with my sweet potato fries. So I make sure to throw a lot in that guy. And for some reason, I think my container was just holding it all in. So I just kept shaking and shaking and shaking. But finally, I ended up being smarter than the container. Spilled a little bit, but we got it through. And then next up on the list, we have our dried parsley leaves. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm not sure how much they actually affect the flavor of the food, but you know what? They look kind of nice. It's nice to see some little green herby flecks on your sweet potato fries, so might as well. And also bless me twice. That cayenne pepper is some real stuff. And the third and final spice that we're adding is going to be black pepper, and you'll see later on I don't actually use salt on the fries anymore, and I just chose to do that because I'm already going to be having some ham today, so the less sodium that I add to my food, the better. And then, for one last time, I'm going to be shaking these bad boys up. Next up, you just want to get like a cookie sheet or some kind of baking pan and line it with aluminum foil. And you might want to do something that I didn't, which is kind of grease up your foil a little bit, maybe get some cooking spray, because later on you'll see me struggle flipping these guys over. And here you may be wondering why I'm putting so few fries on the pan. And again, I made way too many, but one of the early mistakes that I made once doing this recipe was overcrowding the pan. If you don't leave enough room and enough airspace for the fries, they just end up getting soggy, and a lot of the moisture that comes off of them just goes into each other, so you want to leave some space for them. Now these guys are looking pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 425 degrees. We're going to throw these guys in for the first 20 minutes. Let's roll. And me personally, once the fries are cooking, I just like to do some cleanup so it's less work later on. So by this point, I had already been flipping the fries, forgetting that I needed to vlog them. And I gotta say, it was pretty difficult to just hold the camera there and try to flip these guys with one hand. You know, I was trying to, focus on the camera while at the same time trying to do this right. And as you can see, because I didn't grease my pan, I just ended up looking like a big old fool. And now that they're already flipped, it's time to go back to the oven just for another 10 minutes. Now that our 10 minutes is up, it's time to see what we got. There's a little bit of steam on my iPhone, but they don't look bad. And we're all done. Try it out at home and let me know how you did.
2 days in and Peter's already fucking me up.
Welcome back.
Now I'll try to get something healthy. I recorded all the food that I was gonna have today, and I got like maybe 700 calories. So we'll see. We'll try to find something acceptable, right?
Yeah, like a salad.
Nah, fuck that. People make fun of me for that.
Chicken sandwich.
When I come here and get salads, people fuck me up, man. Okay, so I had to be that guy, but I'm not exactly that guy that got a salad because I did get a burger. It's supposedly 500 calories, so that's pretty much perfect for the gap that I had. But this is what you want to eat if you're trying to lose weight and you're a fat piece of shit. And this is what you eat if life is alright. So
Trying to bulk up.
yeah, trying to put on some size. So
Yeah.
there you go. We're gonna eat this meal, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
And suddenly, a voiceover. I'm sorry, guys. So I actually forgot to shoot an intro again. I promise I will start getting better at that, but this part doesn't really matter. I'm just talking about how me and Peter are walking because I got to work early. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching my video, and I just wanted to show you guys that you can eat food that is tasty and still good for you, and you can also still go out with people that you care about while still having healthy choices. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe if you don't mind. Please hit up my social media. I have Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. Everything's at Tyler.Fatboy. And remember, it's only 90 days, so let's get moving. Peace.